Oh, okay. Looks like it's working. It's great. Hello, interested parties. If you're seeing this, I just thought I'd record a little talk I was going to do on some of the principles of game theory for future reference. I'm going to be uploading this to the library database, so that's probably where you're seeing it now, and I didn't need to mention that because that's where you're seeing it. Anyways, I'm just going to get on to that now. So you see, game theory is an interesting field of study for many reasons, one of which being okay, the door's locked. That's not good. You know, this is a prank. It's a pretty terrible prank, guys. Like, you know, I guess I'll just have to wait till 4 when Rod comes. You know, I only booked the room for 2 hours, right? Right? You probably can't hear me. They're like down the hall or something. I don't know. Okay, I guess I won't be recording any game theory like I was planning on doing. You know, I booked a double lunch, right? Like, I have 2 lunches. I can save one for later if I need to. It's only going to be until 4. It's like I said, it's like in 2 hours. Okay. Still probably can't hear me. Yeah. I'm going to go eat lunch. So it's been a day, and I'm not exactly sure how that happened. Thought it was only a few hours or so, and not the over 24 hours that the camera says it has been. So I have some questions about this. I'm gonna think about this for a while. Okay. So I've narrowed the questions I have down to 3 or so. The first one is why I'm not tired after being in here for over 24 hours, apparently. That is very strange. I don't know what's going on with that. Second question being why no one's entered the room or tried to open the door for the past 20 or so hours, because you know how strict they are in the room bookings and everything. Like, it's way past 4, or I guess it could be 4 the next day, but that's besides the point. Third question is, I don't know if it's on camera. Why the camera? Camera is still running after 24 hours. Like, it's not supposed to do that, right? Like, it only records for like 5 hours or so. I don't really know. I guess it gives me something to think about for later. Hopefully someone arrives soon. It's really quiet out there. I'm gonna go. So I'd like to leave a little message for the head of security. Dear head of security, I don't know what you look like or if we even have a head of security, but I assume we do because there is a position for it, and it would make sense to have that job. So I'm going to assume that you exist, and I'm talking to you, head of security, hypothetical. This is, I just want to say, great job on the security for the building. It's top notch. You do great work, especially on the door locks. Very good door locks, especially room 5B. You're great. You're great. I got a paper clip from the back, and I tried to jimmy the lock, and it's the lock is pick proof. Great job. Wish you had done a little less great job, but still, this is an awful prank, guys. Like, this is not even creative at all. Like, it's like like the one you did with the tapioca. Like, that was good. That was creative. You did it was the whole thing. Like come on, guys. Like, I came in and I had tapioca pudding, and you were like, oh, what's that? I said, oh, it's tapioca pudding, and you were saying, oh, is that like vanilla pudding? I said, no, it's like rice pudding, but without the rice. And they said, oh, why don't you get chocolate pudding? Don't you like chocolate pudding? And I said, no, I just like tapioca pudding more than chocolate pudding. And then you, like one of you, you pull out a recorder, and then now everybody knows I like tapioca pudding more than chocolate pudding, and like I don't even know how you play it over the intercom. I don't even know. Yeah, it's not even that big a deal. It's just pudding. It's just pudding. It's just pudding, guys. It's just pudding. I checked, and there's no way out of here. Of course there's no windows in this room. It seems like a design flaw of the building. Like, there should be windows in all the rooms, but there's not in this one. Not in 5B. It's not airtight. There's a little space under the door, so air circulating fine. Looked under there, couldn't see anything. It's really quiet out there. I don't know what's going on. I haven't heard anybody. Nobody's come back yet. Yeah. And I've noticed something else, which said, I'm not hungry. I still haven't eaten my second lunch. I should have eaten it. It's been days. I haven't eaten it. I don't know. I don't know. I'll get back to you later. Okay, I lied. I lied about the tapioca pudding. That's saying that never happened. And I've never even had tapioca pudding. I don't know what it tastes like. It's probably nothing like rice pudding. I don't know. I don't know why this is happening. Why it's happening to me? There's nothing special about me. I work here. I try to help. Try to help where I can. In this room, it's room 5B. There's nothing special about this room. It's just for storage. We put the microscopes in the back sometimes, and we don't want to put them away properly. And don't get it. Why am I here for this long? And there's nothing outside. I can't see any. I don't. And the camera, there's nothing special about this camera. It's like I buy it from Best Buy, and Wait. This is brand name. This is serial number. What's going on? Why is this happening? And the door's unlocked. Door's unlocked. I'm scared. I don't want to. I don't know if I. Don't know if I should leave or if I don't know. I have to take the chance. Okay, I'm feeling a bit better. So have you ever seen the Twilight Zone, the TV show? You probably have. That's probably not a question I need to ask, but I'm asking it anyways. More specifically, have you seen the episode titled Time Enough at Last? Once again, it doesn't matter if you have or not, I'm going to explain it anyways, because I need to. Time Enough at Last is the story of Henry Bemis, who is a man who loved to read. He loved to read so much that it was interfering with his life, and as such, people were encouraging him to read less. He worked at a bank, and on his lunch break, he would go down to the vault to read. One time, when he did this, brought a newspaper along and read about the dangers of the atomic bomb. Suddenly, everything started shaking, and when he emerged from the vault, everything that he knew was gone. His friends, his family, his co-workers, his boss, they were all dead. And he was the only one left. And so he despaired. But before long, and because Twilight Zone episodes are not that long, I have to resolve, he comes across a library. Books. All the books he could ever read in his lifetime. He also comes across some canned food from an abandoned shop. All the food he could ever eat. And so, he finally had enough time to read. Time enough at last, hence the title. This is how titles work. But then, he dropped his glasses, and they shattered, so he could no longer read any books, ever. And so he despaired. And that's the end of the episode. I'm bringing this up to you because I thought it would be relevant considering what I found out there. That being nothing. There's nothing out there. I don't mean it's like, I don't mean it's the void of space or anything. I mean everything is gone. The stars are gone. The sun is gone, though there's still light that permeates everything somehow. The buildings are gone, the people. There's no people dead or dying because there's no people. There's nothing. Just an expanse of nothing. There's this building. There's me. There's the camera. And that's it. You know how quiet it is out there? It's the sound of death. Death that's not there. There was no nuclear bomb. There's no natural disaster. There's nothing. There's nothing. And I think I know why. Or I've had a lot of time to think when I was out there. I think, well, have you ever heard when people say, if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, it doesn't make a sound? I'm sure you've heard that. But of course, logic would dictate that, of course, the tree would make a sound. Why wouldn't it? Just because there's no one there to observe it doesn't mean it doesn't obey the laws of the universe. I don't think that's true anymore. I think that in this universe that is no longer being observed, it has stopped making a sound. Not just in the quiet. I can't even call it quiet. It's not that. It's not that. It's worse than that. In the emptiness, in the void, in the nothingness that's out there, just the expanse. It just curves on forever. And I walked and I ran and there was nowhere. There's nothing. There's just this building, this room, me. It's just me. And maybe that makes sense. Because I said it before, but it's true. I'm not anybody special. I didn't do anything important here. I just worked here. That's it. That's what I did. I was just fooling myself to think that anybody would want to prank me. Come on. But I'm here, and I'm the only one who can record this, who can tell you about the end of the world, how this all ends, how this happened. Even if I don't know exactly, this is all I can say. But there's something I can do. Something that I have to do, because I could stay here forever. I have the time. I could talk about game theory or whatever for all eternity. Don't need to eat. I don't need to sleep. My heart will never stop beating, even if my mind is stumbling. But I can't do that. I could, but there's something that needs to be done. I'm going to turn off the camera. I know that that's not the camera I bought. I don't know what that means, but I think I'm going to have to turn it off. Maybe the last observer is gone, shut down. Things will go back to the way they were. Restored to life, to vibrance. The world in its place again. Or maybe this place will become like everything else, formless, void, dull. Or maybe something new. But you know what? You don't get to know. You're never going to know. Because, well, when I turn it off, I'm going to be, it's like removing your digital eyes. I'm going to know what's going to happen, but you aren't. And if you're seeing this, then maybe something good happened. Or maybe no one's seeing this. I don't know. All I do know is that I'm going to have to turn it off. I'm going to have to turn it off. I can only hope that there's something better that's going to happen, and not the worst. I don't know. There's no way I can know. You don't even know my name. I'll be seeing you, but you won't be seeing me. You won't be seeing me.